Hi guys, and welcome back to Tangy Tea of Life. I'm your host Veronica. My co-host Brittany is back with us tonight. And guys, tonight we're going to be talking about social media. Now, it seems like everyone is on social media except for a few people that I know, like Tori. She's not on social media. My sister get on there every now and again, but
and when you run across somebody who's not, it's like, what?
yeah, like, who are you? But I'm telling you, if I didn't have the show and if I wasn't in the field that I'm in with my job, I don't think I would be on.
Really?
It's just so much.
I've never not been on social media. So
Yeah.
I don't know how that feels.
Yeah.
Like Tori talks about how she feels so at peace just not
Yeah.
being in the mix of Facebook and Instagram. I don't know how that feels.
I did it for about 3 months. I was off, and then I had to get back on because of my job and now the show. But most of us are on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, all the social media outlets. And I made a post this morning, and it went kind of crazy. I've been getting a lot of inboxes of people worrying, like, what's going on? Are you good? And I'm grateful to all of those people that inbox me to make sure that I'm good. But the purpose of the post earlier was for encouragement, not only for myself, but for everybody that are going through things, because it's so many people that are going through something. I don't care if it's small or big. It's like everywhere you turn around, someone is going through something. So, every now and again, I try to throw out some encouragement to people, because so many people are used to me laughing and smiling and being happy, but I'm human. I go through things as well. I have my bad days. I have my good days. I'm down. Some days I get depressed, but you would never see that on social media.
Right.
Because I don't put that kind of stuff.
And that may be a good thing.
Yeah, I keep that away. I keep all my personal stuff away from social media because I just feel like that's not the place for it.
No.
Now, if you do it, that's on you to, to put everything that you do on social media. But I was always that girl that will always keep to myself. Like, don't
keep private.
Yeah, like, I'm very private. I'm a very private person. So that post this morning was to encourage others who are going through things. Like I said, because so many people are going through, and so many people been inboxing, sending emails about how they want someone to come on the show to talk about mental health. And I do have that lined up. I have a counselor that's going to come on. Hopefully, I'm praying that she's able to come this week. She said she would be, but her week is very busy. Her schedule is very tight this week.
Squeezing us in.
Yeah, so hopefully I will get her to come in to talk about mental health, because it's bad. Like, you have the anxiety, which is something that I went through. Anxiety. You have the depression. You have the what do you call it? The PTSD. Like, all
and none
of
of
that
it
stuff.
is anything to be ashamed of.
Right.
And some people, they need to know that they're not alone. That is normal.
That is normal.
It's much more normal than you think it is.
A lot of people are going through that. A lot of people. But we're definitely going to get into that mental health when we have someone here that is licensed to talk about it, the counselor. So we're definitely going to get that. But my question tonight, on top of Facebook, on top of social media and how things can be put on social media and things can get twisted all around, my thing is, why do we sit and worry about things that we have no control over? Like, why do we sit around, make ourselves sick? We don't eat, we can't sleep,
function.
You can't function on your job or whatever you have to do, because you're so busy worrying about that thing that is making you worry all day long when it's out of our control.
It's out of your control. And I think social media is a big problem of that too, because certain things before social media came along, you wouldn't worry about it because you had no reason to.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it. There was no place you could go investigate. There's no place for you to go look. There's no place for you to, you don't have to see comments. You don't have to see stuff people say, what people think. So it's like now, when you're constantly strolling on Facebook, you're seeing things. I think it makes people worry more. and you worry about stuff that at the end of the day you really have no control over.
Right.
You have no control over what another person does.
And I'm talking about like worrying about everything. Like your
Everything.
job, what's going on at your church, what's going on in your house. You have family issues, you have, neighbor issues. Like it's so much going on, and all of that stuff, when you worry, is causing, the depression. It's causing the anxiety. It's causing, you not being able to sleep and function and doing all that stuff. And it's going to come to the point where it's going to mess with your health. So the thing is, we have to stop and think, why do we sit and worry about so much that is going on in life? Even news, when you see stuff on the news, because God knows you can't turn on the news without seeing something.
You can't pick up your cell phone without seeing. My thing is, if it wasn't so much bad news all the time, it wouldn't bother me.
Right.
If every time I got on Facebook, I'm strolling, I'm seeing articles being shared about, horrific stories, people dying, people being killed, and, stuff happening to children. Like, if it wasn't that sort of thing, I'm like, what happened to the regular news?
Right.
What happened to that?
Yeah.
What happened to let me know how much eggs cost?
Right.
What happened to that?
The weather is going to be like.
But when you're strolling and that's all you see. And see, and I don't watch the news. But it's like there's no escaping the bad news now.
My TV stays on CNN. Like, I love it. I got away from it because it got really bad one time, and I was like, I can't.
Can't do it no more.
I can't do it no more. And then maybe a few months later, I was back watching CNN. Like, I don't know. But, like, when you say death, that goes back to my post earlier where I said you wake up, and then you realize, wait a minute, I'm breathing. So why can't, and someone is not. I have another opportunity to get it right. Whatever I did yesterday or the day before or the month before or the year before, I still have a chance. I still have that opportunity to get it right.
Or to realize that maybe where I thought I should be isn't where I'm supposed to be. Because you can spend a lot of time in your life. At the end of the day, they say if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. I mean, you can look up and you realize that you've been spending so many years trying to do something or trying to be a person that you weren't meant to be.
Yeah.
So maybe that morning that you woke up and you realize, hey, I'm still here. It's time for you to stop trying to be something. Be what you're destined to be.
Yeah.
Some mornings, I wake up in just horrible moods. I mean, just sluggish. Well, I ain't got enough sleep. The kids are up. What you want? And then I just have a moment where I'm just kind of like, Brittany, get it together. Get it together. Get up.
Like God didn't woke you up.
You hear your children's voices in the air, because some people do not.
Right.
Some people waking up to an empty household.
Right.
Some people waking up, they don't hear mommy and feet running. And asking for snacks. They don't hear that.
Yeah.
So it's like, stop complaining, get up, and get it together.
But that's so normal. Like, we constantly sit around and complain about things when in reality there's so many people out there that don't have the blessings that we have. And
the weird part about it is that we complain about things that if they were taken from us, we just lose it.
Wouldn't know
where to start if it was taken from us. But I think in a moment you don't look at it that way. You don't look at complaining about your kids or complaining about being stuck in the house. Well, at least you got a house.
Right.
We don't see about complaining about those things, but we know if something was to happen to our house, our kids, our moms, our dads, we'd lose it.
That's just like, my husband and I, we had went to Atlanta one year, and that was like my first time seeing all these homeless people on the street. Like, it was
like a bunch of them.
Oh, I'm talking about a bunch of them. Like, every street was just,
it's like here it's hit or miss. It's hit or miss here.
I mean, we see it here, but there was an eye-opener, and it just makes you appreciate life. But then at that moment you appreciate life, but then that following week is like back to normal. Here you are complaining about something, and
complaining about a luxury, because to some people it's a luxury.
Yeah. It's sad, because like we say, we wake up every morning we can see, we have family, we have someone to say, I love you, you know, and some people don't get that.
Mm-hmm.
But we still sit around and worry
About stuff that's out of our control.
that's out of our control.
And it's almost like, it makes me wonder how, you know, people that watch over us, you know, how your grandparents, if you have a grandparent that's passed, you know, a
Yeah.
loved one that's watching over you, like, what? I'm like, you got to be laughing at me for worrying about this.
For worrying about
You got to
this.
be laughing at me.
Yeah. They probably want to
Gotta
shake
be.
us, like,
Probably-
get it together.
Get it together. Get it together.
You still on earth. You have time. Get it together.
Mhm.
Like, right now.
Right now.
That's something to think about.
It really is.
So, going back to social media, like, I feel that social media is a great place in some cases to socialize,
Be creative.
be creative.
I mean-
I feel like social media can be a great platform, but then it can be messy,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
very messy. But I try to use social media for encouragement, staying in contact with loved ones that are, you know, far away.
And ordinarily you wouldn't get to see.
Yeah, like see what's going on in their lives. But you know, I just like to send encouragement to others sometimes, you know, because like I said, all of these emails that we get and asking us to talk about mental health, that's showing you that it is real. And a lot of people are going through something. And you know, it's and I'm talking about myself as well, but it's so painful to see, you know, when people are going through things but they don't want to talk about it. You know, they're holding it inside.
And
They don't
maybe
want
a variable of reasons. I mean,
and that's why we have counselors. Like, we have to use these people. You know, God gave them the, what do you call it? The vision, the
ability to even be able to help you.
yeah, so we need to use them to help us with situations. Like, it's nothing to be ashamed of.
And you can't stress that enough. And I think that's something, especially in the African American community. You know, we get this whole stigma of, you know, oh, ain't nothing wrong with me.
Right. I don't need to go talk to nobody.
Right, there's nothing wrong with me.
In reality, yes, you do.
You need help. Anybody on earth that says that they've never had a time in their life that they needed help, they're lying. They're lying. Either they got help and didn't say anything, or they're still walking around and still need help.
Yeah.
One
And
of the
especially if it started from your childhood. Like, if
Mhm.
it's something that you're carrying over from your childhood, teenage years, you're an adult now, and you still fighting this thing.
Hurt people,
Yeah.
period.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to be that person who's always a bearer of bad news, because we all have those on our timelines that you hate to see coming when you're strolling because you know it's something, whether it's drama or, you know, you just hate to see them come. So you don't want to be that person, but it's until you fix you,
Yeah.
you can't make someone else happy. Until you fix you, you can't fulfill the duties that you have.
Yeah.
You know, one of my duties, my top duty in life is being a mom. But if I'm not complete, I'm not whole, and I'm not happy, I can never be the mom that God intended me to be.
Right.
I mean, I can try. I can fake it till I make it and, you know, do what I can to get by and be the best that I can be. But until I'm complete with me, I can never fulfill that task completely.
Yeah.
And that's with anything. That's with anything you do.
There's a lot of things that I'm fighting in my personal life. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all have battles that we are struggling with. But, you know, it's good to talk to someone. I don't care if it's a best friend. Like, I go back to say, I'm very private.
Right.
You're not going to know my business, all of my, you know what I'm saying?
You're not
like,
going to know any more than what I want you to know.
right. But, you know, there's always maybe one person that you can go talk to, knowing that it's not going to go back, get out to anyone else.
And
You
it's
know,
going to be a...
You have to have that one
Right,
person.
you have to have that person that you trust. Not only that you trust, because sometimes it ain't always about trusting them not to tell your business, but do you feel like it's a judgment-free zone? Do you feel like they get you?
Yeah.
Because you might have somebody you trust in your life, but but you know they don't view stuff the same way you view it, or what
Yeah.
you're saying is just gonna fall on deaf ears, so you don't bother.
And sometimes you just need that ear.
Mhm.
Like, I don't need for you to say anything. I just want you to listen. Just listen.
Just listen.
Let me vent. You know?
Take it in.
Yeah. But yeah, social media can be a beast. But social media can get a lot of people in trouble.
It really can.
You know, you have to be careful on these Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, like.
And I suggest operating social media, since it's such a prominent part of everybody's lives. I suggest operating social media the same way you operate your household. If you wouldn't let just anybody in your household, don't let just
Right.
anybody in your social media
Yes.
life. You don't, if these people, if you know companies over and it's just some stuff you're not going to talk about in your house, don't talk about it on social media.
Right.
I mean, you have to set boundaries, and I think social media is one that we have to learn to set major boundaries with, because otherwise
Yeah.
it's a never-ending cycle.
Well, see, my Facebook for the longest was, my rule was, if I cannot hold a conversation with you in the store, in the grocery store, or wherever, I can't be your friend on
what's the
social
point?
media. Because what's the point? I should be able to hold a conversation with you in public.
Because otherwise, what
Or
interest should you have
don't
in me?
friend me. You know, if you can't speak to me in public, why would you want to be my friend on?
What could I
social
possibly
media?
be doing that you want to see?
Yeah. So that was always my thing when it came to, so like
Right.
some people just allow anybody. You request to be my friend. Okay. Yep.
Confirm.
That's, I get like 5,000, 6,000 friends on.
The number of friends I have on social media does not justify who I am as a person. It does not make me feel any better about myself.
Right.
I mean, I don't care if I got 2 friends.
But I have said, since I've started the show, I've been getting like crazy requests every single day, requests after requests.
So you have to
after
loosen the
requests.
rounds a little bit.
So I had to loosen up a little, you know, to let them see what's really going on. But I don't know. I still have that little tight ring that I'm holding. Like,
And it's necessary.
yeah. So that's why I started the page, Tangy Tea of Life. So make sure, if you're not friends with me on Facebook, make sure you go like the page, Tangy Tea of Life. All right. So I want to throw that out there while we're talking about social media. But we're gonna wrap it up. But guys, you know, we were just talking about social media tonight and talking about my post from earlier, letting everyone know that that was actually for encouragement. You know, you going through things, just always think. You woke up, God woke you up this morning to see a new day. If you didn't get it right yesterday, you can get it right today. Like, it's time to get it right. It's time to stop worrying about things that are out of your control. Like, it's time to get sleep. It's time for you to eat. It's time for you to focus and get it right. Like, let it go. Whatever you're worrying about. Let's do a let's start that right now. For all of you that are watching, go ahead and tell yourself, you're going through something. You sitting there, you worrying day and night. Right now, you're going to stop. You're going to stop worrying. You're going to try to focus and get yourself together so that you can have a great life. That's why we're here. We're here to laugh. We're here to smile. We're here to bring joy to other people. So, and I'm not speaking to myself as well. It's time to stop worrying, and it's time to live life and be happy and just
Be a light to someone.
live life to the fullest. So let's start that right now. You watching this right now, stop worrying, cut it out. Let's go. All right. So guys, thank you so much for watching Tangy Tea of Life. Hopefully we will have a counselor in later on this week. Going to talk about mental health, depression, anxiety, PTSD, all the mental health stages. Hopefully she's going to come in and talk about that. Like I said earlier, she's on a tight schedule this week, but hopefully she can fit us in. So we're looking forward to that. Thank you guys for all of you who sent topic suggestions to our email, our inbox. We appreciate it. We're going to get around to those topics. One main topic is mental health. I've been getting a lot of suggestions for that. So hopefully, like I said, a counselor will be in for that. Like, subscribe, and definitely share this video. And leave comments below, guys. All right, thank you so much for watching Tangy Tea of Life. Thank you for all of your support. We appreciate each and every one of you. Talk to you later. Bye.